lost for the sake of the many.
And now? What do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Oh man, jeez. Chat. Medieval swords like just.
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. The pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Yum.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
Out of all the games,
The fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Huh? The quality is fixed. Okay. It's probably like a walking sim. Japan, but it's not like your normal walking sim. It's in Japan, so just saying.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Oh, bruh. Oh, God. Champ. This is yours. Twitch. Give me Twitch ID. me Twitch, please.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo Shooter.
Welcome to the future of the finals!
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
Love it! But sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really, really hard.
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Lag it. Yeah, the show's audio is pretty bad.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Too late.
Come along. This way.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost. Give me your idea.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her.
He's alive, God.
Before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We've play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoyed.
It looks good, but I'm good.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
I think I'm good on this one. My voice is gone. Oh no. 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 Just no.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Relevant to my interests.
Oh god. Yeah, probably not. No, I don't want it. You can have it. I told you this already. I'm not...
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it?
So that everybody hates everything.
You'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're
something good.
Honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic
ARPG.
Can't
keep giving people junk
but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're going to have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLCs,
if it's pay to win,
which will include additional chapters.
But nobody cares
in general,
anymore.
Bosses, creatures,
in
areas.
2025, we don't care about
of course.
Like you're
so
not.
Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access.
You're not
very
more
soon.
virtuous.
You can wishlist it now already.
Because you don't have the micros.
I'm looking for a summer timeline
Who
for
cares?
this, and then later the other platforms.
Bro, you say we do, but you don't. If you like the game, you'll play regardless. It doesn't matter. You play games that are filled with micros. You play all of them. You're a
Titan Quest
dumbass.
2 is coming soon.
You're
and you can
virtue
wishlist it
signaling
on
cucklord.
Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
Hey man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels.
Now this show sometimes has like good AAA releases on
For
it.
there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
So this is the game I'm gonna play later.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Read bio course. How hard could it be?
Man.
Hard.
We found paradise.
We got company. Who won? Let's haul ass.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
Oh my god, bro.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is a madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality.
Bro, I hate everything because it's to
That
be
means a
hated.
small
Like,
party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit.
I don't think it's bad per
whether that's
se, but
frontliner Marco, glass
Maybe it
cannon
isn't.
caster Laurent,
it is not for me.
or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges.
Chat.
Face off against cool bosses.
Chat.
Burn!
I call those playing games. Okay, these are just playing games. These are games that I play on the Steam Deck going home. That's it. On the plane.
Chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on trial mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
For the Steam Deck, for the plane, but I'm out of space right now, so I can't do it. So chat will have to do it. Somebody in chat wants to download the game for their console. Yo, this plastic in chat. 85 on sub. Did you change your name? Is that Ghost Creeper? Chat, where's Ghost Creeper, man?
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
Chat, where's yeah. Chat, where's L Soccer?
That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help! Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025. Wishlist now on PC and consoles.
Chat, where's Mold Nugget?
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal. It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Heroes.
The
world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
Alright.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more
chat,
tricky.
I heard in the chat that for your game, when you get like voice acting, you can't just get anybody you want. Like, they have to be like registered in like some guild or some shit like that. Chat, is that true or false?
That decides if we have to do more work.
That's like awful.
Attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
Guys, I vaped all night, and I was screaming at Aiko all night. Just yelling like, dude, Jesus, man.
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wishlist the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K.
Just kidding, dude. Holy shit. Oh man. Team waifu? Oh bro.
もしもし。うん。
もしもし。
はい。
はい。Chat. I figured it out. Is that these games, okay, they sell. Like, that's just the secret is that they sell. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Anime equals sell. So everybody's doing it. So I'm announcing my own anime game where you play as an anime waifu. And you have to gamble, but it's a horror game of gambling. The more in debt you are, the stronger the monsters are. And you have to escape death, but it's escape debt. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
We saw it today. I sound like a ghoul because I slept all night with your mother. I had to deliver a very big load of pipe. It's an express shipping. You have two fathers? Well, an even better excuse to deliver even more pipe. Oh, you don't like that? Okay, what month are we? Say it. That's what I thought. Oh, it's Men's Mental Health Month? Skip all that. The word men is banned here, by the way. Say M*N.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
I'm not going to be a hater. I respect that. A lot of games
when we
are
made
a big
Team Online, we very
platform
much
that's
wanted to
being
make a
underused.
sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from EVE, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what eFrontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
It looks fun. It's like a gene thing.
Founder access for eFrontier is available now, and you can head to efrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
No. No. Oh, absolutely not. Chat, I'm about to say something that you're not gonna like hearing. Racing is pretty boring, but it's fun to really get into like a simulator. But in general, the cause of the racing is very boring. Mario Kart is not a racing game, it's an arcade game. Well, it's an arcade racing game. It's more arcade than it's racing, that's what I'm saying. There's almost no concepts of racing in the game.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
Okay, thank you.
First up is Catastrophe.
Oh
this
no!
Is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies
roguelike,
with your trusty sidekick,
Souls-like,
Star Cursor.
Castlevania-like, Metroid-like, card-style, pixelated, cell-shaded, puzzle UE5, Reflections RTX frame-gen game-like.
Oh man! Throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended
with the surprise at the end that has
a solve puzzles and tango with monsters.
Extraction shooter in space, cell shaded in UE5.
It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
But it's roguelike.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
Oh, I actually like that.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer.
That's cool.
For a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Chat, it's a game like a Type Again. Type Again.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Chat, is this a quadruple A game?
A vision etched on parchment. Foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor. Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back, and the legend we become.
No, he looks decent.
We arrive, but never at our final destination.
Ooh, Sea of Thieves UE5
Chart
port.
our next course.
True.
We sail. We fight.
Wait, Britain
Endure.
next.
For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Chat, this is like an RTS, low-key. Chat, when the trailer's focused, a lot is zoomed in, and it's history, like base, whatever, usually RTS.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
On what? Chat, you said on what?
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
Chat, they have a pretty cringe script.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based
Matt Murray's
strategy
really good
roguelike
delivering
where you
it.
trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across
Chat, no
the
glazing, this guy's
constantly
really good at
shifting
delivering
Khartoum
the
Peninsula,
segments.
players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year.
And also lore.
You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the
But
free
he's the
demo
lord
on
of that.
Steam.
Well, this guy
Now
owns
let's take
like
a look at
that type of
Undercard Golf
job.
Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascends to Zero is up next.
Chat, most
It's
games
a hack
should
and
have a
slash
build
roguelike
like that
where you
in the
play as
game.
the last
That's what I
surviving
say.
human of a devastated world. To help with
There's
that
a lot of good games out
unfortunate
there with
predicament,
no content,
you can freeze time
no
to
good
anticipate
maps.
attacks and topple voxel
If
monsters.
people made maps
Ascend to
or
Zero
game
is coming
modes,
soon to
it'd be better.
PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
This is shit.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a
Oh.
cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Cool, man.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as
Timek.
many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship,
Loot
a
Goblin.
cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
It's a good game. I played this on release, and I've never had less fun in my entire life in this fucking game. I'm not mad about it. When your game releases really poorly, I'm usually really mad at you. Unless they sponsor me, then I will glaze the fuck out of this.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Death Ground.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Death Ground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested, abandoned facilities.
Could you survive?
Chat, low key.
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind
I wish somebody back in the days
The main threat you'll
would
need
have
to avoid
acquired
is the raptors, specifically
the
the
Isle.
Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus.
The Isle's doing great, but the devs are kind of slow.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge
it could have been
for
more.
creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Well, I get that is very game.
Where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And Biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle.
This looks really
Each
decent. It's
detail
really moody.
or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Death Ground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Death Ground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year.
I'm with an idea.
Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell Is Us.
What happened here? Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Delated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the anniversary of our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
True, but games had like a mystery back then though. Like, there was nothing else in games than wandering. There was no guides, online community. We didn't know anything. You had to just walk around.
NPCs, and they're literally going to tell you a clue.
But
right?
nowadays,
so
it's not really how games are. Like
when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction
that
it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit, it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on
I actually like the concept, chat. Guys,
2025.
I think it's like type of monster, like
and S,
like fire or water monster or whatever, right? You have like, maybe you have like anger monster. They're all like strength based.
Wishlist it now.
Anxiety
because
monster.
Hell
They're
is
quick
Us
and they have a
coming
lot.
to
They have a
PC
horde
and
of them,
consoles
like agility.
on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong. And
Baldur's Gate 3
job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
I can play D&D, yeah. But I can't play this though. Yeah, I'll play D&D, but I'm not for this. I'm ready for the next frame. No, it's not good, Dini. You can have it. Asmin chat.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Sheo, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
So, this game, I'm not giving you the chat, man. I'm not taking it either. I'm giving somebody I'm not telling you guys about. If you want it, I can make a deal. Ratchet & Clank, San Francisco style. I don't look sad, do I? I'm always happy. Asmin chat, here it comes. That's not too bad. So, Rock Vegas, pretty much. So, this is literally Donkey Kong.
We're back. And you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam.
It's Donkey Kong Country,
Get that out of the way. It's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Chad, did you know he's this before?
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Yeah, we did it. This looks pretty good.
Shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please. Help us.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game.
Oh!
Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the
Gamers
major
hate
decisions
making
you've
mistakes.
made. With Turning
And
Points, you
don't
can
listen to
rewind
gamers.
to a pivotal point
Gamers
or
are
decision,
shit.
collect missing collectibles, or
We
see
don't
how
care.
different choices would have played out.
Make a mistake,
By the same
suffer
token,
the
your
consequences.
actions
It is what it
matter in
is.
our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding.
There you go.
But still lets you view the decision tree.
I
Turning Points
disagree
will be
with all
available
that.
both digitally
I
and
disagree.
physically for all copies of the game from when you start.
This guy
your
probably knows
very
this shit,
first
he's a dev, but dev, I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree. We can agree to disagree. Everybody loved Until Dawn.
Directive 8020
Everybody.
introduces the ability to rewind and change
And the
your
game was
choices
very
to see
punishing.
consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. KART is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
KART is what we call a survival climber.
Yeah, chat, I'm sorry, chat. I don't want to be negative about this game, but
mountain and reach a summit no one has ever
I'm not.
conquered.
It's not about ADHD, but
You
this
can
game.
climb almost anywhere.
After about
and
an
the
hour of
climbing
it,
mechanics
you're
are
done with
highly
it. Yeah,
realistic.
sorry.
You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first
The
time,
core mechanic
we
is
are also showing
exhaustive.
what it's like to climb at high altitudes.
Well, that means nothing.
When you get up there,
Exhausting.
you face ice walls that require to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. KART's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. KART is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
KART is coming to
If the main
PlayStation
character's a
and
massive
PC
booty
later
and the
this
camera's
year.
down
And
below,
you can also check out a free demo
I mean,
on
I'm buying
both
it.
platforms after the show.
That's just,
Next,
it's,
Matt.
I'm
We're mixing things
I'm a
up
simple
with a
guy.
double bill of trailers. Here are 2 great games from our friends at Quali.
If it's a man, I'm not playing it. But like, I saw that piece of fabric is wedged inside of that crack, by the way. Like, oh my god. Like, that's wedged, brother. Dude, Asmon's chat. Mommy. Go back. Those chicks. Sold. Sold. Champ, so I think that the Asmon's chat, it's not that they're racist or whatever. Is that they're Coomers, and a way to fight those urges when the games are bad is by typing DI whatever. That's not because they're like that. It's because they really want to fuck. It's a symptom of the problem. Chat, you know what? Here's really, I see a lot of the inspiration for this game. Like, you gotta pinpoint a lot of the. There's a lot of Zelda in there, a lot of it. There's a lot of Majora's Mask, a lot of Ocarina of Time in there.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
UE5 reflection based. It actually runs pretty decent. Shinobi Cinema Chat, it's like the game Straight with the cats, but you're a rat, and you got to go through New York, and like, you're terrorizing the population, but the goal is to get as much cheese as possible, and you make your way to the cheese factory. Chat, I cook, no?
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
I'm gonna open a games video, I think.
Between what is real and what isn't. Do you trust what you see?
Did we play somebody?
What you hear? What happens when everything starts
Chat,
to feel
I swear,
wrong?
chat, because we played a demo that was, or a game that was exactly like that with
think.
It's a
like a trick.
It's a very long time ago. This is very PT, this is very Visage, this is very... It a lot of indie horror games in there too. Layers of Fear. Wait, I played a demo of this, really?
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again.
I swear the
This next
first
reveal
two
arrives
series
with an
was a game we played
introduction
before.
for a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth.
That's fun.
So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Sick. Thank you, man. Wait, it's not Halo Reach? Okay, next. Yeah, this is VR. I mean, this is guaranteed VR. Anytime you see a hand like that, moving like this, like in a trailer, it's VR guaranteed. No shit, but look at previous showcases that Chad has a hard time sometimes seeing VR when it's VR. If you play the VR game, trust me, you know when the video game is VR, and like after like 2 seconds of a trailer. VR, okay, I will agree. VR fell off super hard, but it was bound to it had to. So it was never on, but whenever VR was starting pushing a little bit, there's a big over-marketing push
virtual reality
in
action
VR,
adventure coming to PSVR,
and it was bound to die
Steam,
because
and MetaQuest in
over-pushing a product people don't want
Matt,
is
it's time to check
bad.
in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced Duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be the Duck Detective.
He may have cracked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only Duck Detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new
Chat.
partner in solving crime.
I have no idea,
Freddy
chat.
the Crocodile. Work
A
together. to
VR
unravel
AR
truth
game,
and
but it's
nibble
only
on the
AR.
worms of justice.
Right?
now,
you go in real
we're working
life
on a simplified
and you
Chinese
complete
language
challenges,
update that is coming out later this
and
year.
it's actually a
We're
job
very excited for you
placement
to play. The
based on
game's
what you
out
do
on
and the
Steam,
challenges you achieve
Nintendo Switch,
in the game,
Xbox
which is real
One,
life.
and Series XS and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind?
Oh man, I
Get on
can't.
your dancing shoes, folks,
Bro,
because Ratatan is up
it's
next.
like it's on loop. Like all the key phrases for the same 5 game modes, like, just keep being said every time. Got any wigglers? Nope. Gaming isn't dead. Gaming is gonna be a little bit weird, I think, for another like year or two, and it'll pick up again. The problem is that a lot of game modes were successful, which a lot of companies are over pushing those particular game modes, and they'll realize that, dude, a good game doesn't need to be in a certain game mode. A good game is just a good game, and they'll focus on making a new game. It's gonna be a good game.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
Agatha Christie, isn't that?
Can't be.
Isn't that the book writer?
It's Hercule Poirot.
They had us read a book when I was young. I told you this. I told you this story before. But this author, like Agatha, whatever.
Monsieur Poirot,
in school, made us read this book.
I asked you to come.
And the title is diabolical.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a French book. It's called
what promised to be a beautiful
Island
day.
of the Ten,
but I have some
and the words hard R. It's the title of the book. I'm not making this up. They made us read that. I'm not kidding.
If we want to find the culprit.
I am not kidding.
I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly.
I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It's a big case, Miss Royce.
Look at the shit.
A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you.
I had to find him in French, right?
Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
The title was different
The
in
day
French.
list is here. Every question must have its answer.
Well,
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay,
French
I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
They changed the name. The new title is There Were None. Interesting. It's not that all good.
Soinks, Laura.
Scooby-Doo.
House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Why is that the end?
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible
This is what my school made us read it.
Happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he
same
doesn't
author,
really know
whatever.
love. He escapes,
Look at
he
this shit.
falls in
Like,
with
dude,
the Teresi
brother,
crime family, and
bro,
then this game
I'm
really,
not kidding.
the story
That's the name of the
shows
book.
his rise
They had
through
us
the
read this
ranks
shit.
as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has
it has
always
nothing
been
to do
about
with the
pushing
title,
the
I feel like.
technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not
Happy
know
41
about
Juicer
our
wishing you all the best.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me.
He's gonna blood him in.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath.
This is like the Listen Al Gaib when he puts his hand in the box.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Salute.
When he puts his hand in the pizza oven.
Cinema.
This looks pretty good.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia: The Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark, Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, wash up, wash up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Interesting. Looks interesting.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to
probably
PC
not for
and
me,
consoles,
but-
so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Cresol, Theater of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
I'm going.
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness.
You kind of stole my joke, but it's all good. I mean, it's open source joke.
Let your sacred light
That actually looks good.
banish them. And I am to fall.
Unfortunately, the art style really under-delivers like the kind of horror aspect of it, which really sucks.
So my soul may ascend to you.
Doesn't look like it's horror that much though. It's more BioShock-like.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Cresol.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Like art for it. I actually really like that.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Cresol Theater of Idols is
really
coming
nice.
to
I like
PC,
that. Very
Xbox,
bold.
and PS5 later this year. And your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well,
It better be good, buddy.
how do you want to do
It better be good, otherwise I'm not watching next year.
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me.
Minecraft 2.
Please enjoy our final
Red Dead 3.
world premiere.
Balatro 2.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward.
Yo,
Let
family.
us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans.
Yo, give it a chance, chat.
You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Okay, but that says nothing about the game, though.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you. Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
What?
Keep up the juice.
What?
That was your first look at
I got
Ritual
something
Tides,
to
a
show you.
terrifying odyssey where you tango with
And he
Lovecraftian
tells us
terrors.
something that's irrelevant.
Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as
Chat,
well as
is
the
Xbox
amazing
tomorrow?
developers who put their all into those
Chat,
amazing
I
trailers we
speak
debuted today.
And
on
remember,
everybody's
you can
soul
head to
when
the
I say
dedicated Future Game Show Steam
to
page
save
to
gaming,
wishlist your
we need the
favorite games
biggest
from today's
release
show.
Can
We'll
I
also
get
of
follow
decade
the content
by
on GamesRadar.com
Blizzard.
and the FGS YouTube channel.
Also,
I'm Matt
please
Mercer.
free
And
the
I'm Laura
Cuba
Bailey,
Remote 6
and this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
No? Chat. I have inside information, chat, that basically Blizzard is making the next big game, the biggest game of all time, in the shadows. It's going to take the industry by storm, the same way that Overwatch did back then. Coming soon. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It's a new IP. That's all I'm allowed to say. It's a new IP. Something completely new. And they've been spending hundreds of millions of dollars on it. And they've been working on it for 5 years now.
To the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. Thank you very
We
much
need
to
a
Matt
second
and
video
Laura for their
game
amazing
crash
work
to
as
save
host,
gaming.
But it is not over yet. As you might be able to tell, there are some new stars in town. That being myself, Jules Gill.
And myself, Amy Mallet, and welcome to FGS Live from Los Angeles. We are bringing you today some exclusive new trailers, demo drops, release date announcements.
I want to see the player numbers for these games. I want to know how many people buy these games. Because, like, there's so many examples of this whenever it comes out, and I don't even know who the fuck plays this shit. Like, I don't even know who the fuck plays it. And so, like, that's really the way I look at it. Time to look at some statistics. Yeah, exactly. It's like a game like this comes out, it's got like 1,000 players, and then after that, it just kind of goes, and it's like, you look at some of this bullshit, and I just based L out of 10.
Okay, chat. I agree, but hold on. Let me cook. You guys, this is not some hit as my goal, but you guys, this is like if I'm sitting over here, right? And I was watching his third stream of all time with 3 viewers, right? And he was saying some shit about whatever. And I said, guys, end of the day, why does he even go live? Who the fuck even watches this shit? Who even listened to this fucking shit take, dog shit stream, bad quality? Yeah, I agree that a lot of these games aren't great, right? But these guys like the first experience at making a game, right? A lot of it is indie for a reason, because to get somewhere, you have to start somewhere. And a lot of time it looks dog shit because that's just them starting up. And a lot of these games, these big developers, they've had decades of making games. And it's like their 12th game that was good, is what it is. Most of them anyway.
Give me a minute. It's like laggy. Okay, so like the Expanse game, let me see if I can find that and pull it.
I would agree that some of these themes, some of these games are shit, but again, like a lot of these games kind of earlier had kind of the look of like Disco Elysium type look.
Like, this is echoes of the
But these games kind of connect with some people, and they're pretty simple in the mechanics, yet pretty engaging, and it hits a niche of players. And the next game will probably be a little bit higher up there, and will give them the wings they need to get there. And the next game might be game of the year.
Every time I see that color of purple, I think a game.
Sometimes it's all it takes, buddy.
I do. I think anytime I see that, like, there's a special.
Expedition 33 was devs that were very skilled from other companies. It's like some Ubisoft guy or whatever. Like, these are like some actual elite developer people, pretty sure. It's not some guy who made this first game yesterday.
You know, like purple and green and shit. Well, there's like video games that are the same way. And so I just didn't really get a vibe out of that. Now, there was this game too. This is like kind of like that walking around in a forest game, like where you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like this
Whoa. Wait, what is xQc talking about? That's hilarious. Wait, what?
Well, if Lyric said 10 out of 10, it's because I think Lyric is kind of a noob player. He's a noob. Lyric is more of a noob type player, so it makes sense that he feels rewarded for the shit mechanics that added to the game. So he feels like it's an 8, but it goes to a 10 because he gets to get free wins out of being a fucking noob.
That was so unexpected. About
46 months xQc.
Is he talking about Mario Kart?
Chat, I cooked, no?
He was mad? Oh, he was?
Chat, I cooked, no?
I gotta rob Rage or arrest him.
Oh, you gotta hunt me down. You're not hunting shit, nigga.
All right, you guys better not lose, because I don't want to lose to a loser.